Alright, what's up guys, welcome back to a new video on East Coast Manga. So today I want to talk about, if you guys have watched my last bunch of hauls, I get really good deals, like incredibly good deals, like the entire collection of Berserk and like 3 or 4 other collections, Hellsing and everything for like $100, and then like Bleach and like 75 other volumes for $50. And today I want to tell you guys my tips. Now, obviously a lot of that's luck, but it's also just knowing what to look for and where to look for it. So throughout those hauls, I told you guys that Facebook Marketplace is where I got most of those, and it is, in my opinion, the best place to get steals, or to find steals. Now, it's hit or miss. It's really hit or miss. It all depends on people in your location and whether or not they're selling their stuff. But if they are selling their stuff, it's not like eBay, it's not like Mercari, it's not like Reddit. People on Facebook tend to, it's either A, people selling their stuff and not knowing how much it's actually worth, or B, it's a parent or an aunt or a family member selling someone else's stuff and them having no idea how much the stuff's worth. It's essentially Craigslist, but people don't really use Craigslist anymore. They use Facebook. It's just way easier, way more convenient. Right here on the side, I'm gonna kind of screen capture how I look for deals and keywords and all that kind of stuff. So this is the Facebook app right here. I set my location in New York. That's not my actual location, but we'll just use New York as an example. I set my distance to 100 miles. Now obviously no one wants to drive 100 miles and no one's probably going to drive 100 miles, but it just gives you a larger location to look from. So as you can see here, I searched up the word manga and there's a ton of stuff up. Now it doesn't mean everything's a good deal, and really you have to look at the description, because the description will tell you whether it's actually priced what it is, or if that's just like the price is just for like one manga. But what I look for is local deals. I look for stuff close to me, you know, 50 miles or less. Most of the stuff's less than 50 miles, but I did have to drive up a different state to get the Bleach one. But as you see, there's a bunch of different stuff here. Now, what we can also do is filters, and we can sort by, where it is. We can sort by newest first. So this is going to show you all the newest listings. Doesn't mean it's necessarily the closest to you, but it's the newest stuff that's getting dropped. Now on Facebook, I've noticed that people don't buy things as quickly as other websites, because you do have to meet up with the person for the most part and pick the stuff up, and not as many people use Facebook when they're buying manga. Now it doesn't mean waiting till the next day or waiting till the next night to go ahead and, you know, hit the person up and try to buy it. What I do is, as soon as I see a deal, I contact the person immediately and I'm ready to drive out to wherever they are. If you wait, chances are someone eventually is going to end up picking it up before you, and you have no idea whether that's within the next hour or within the next week. You really have no idea. Also on Facebook, people tend to sometimes post on Facebook, and then they'll also post on things like OfferUp or LetGo, which are 2 other apps. And to be honest with you guys, I've talked to a lot of people who say, oh, like there's never anything good on Facebook Marketplace in my area. Well, when you check my actual area, there's not great stuff, but you just gotta check it like once a day or like every couple days and just wait for that thing that's posted. Now, it may never show up. You know, there's no guarantee that someone's gonna be selling something for a really good price. But I've had a lot of luck just, you know, kind of taking breaks and checking in periodically, you know, every 2-3 days. And once again, that's how I found my crazy deals. And if you're not checking Facebook, someone else is. Now, to shy away from like insane deals, where I get pretty good, decent deals are OfferUp and LetGo. Those are also local. I've gotten like volumes like 1 through 13 of Attack on Titan for like $10, which is a fantastic deal. And then another app is Mercari. Now, I have had issues with Mercari, but I still recommend using Mercari as long as you use it correctly and check your manga. You have 3 days. Just don't rate the seller before you absolutely check the manga and make sure everything's all right, because once you rate the seller, everything's finalized. So be careful not to do that. But you know, the Naruto box set behind me, I picked up for like, I think $60, so way below retail price. Guy didn't know what he was doing, but Mercari goes pretty quick. You got to be careful with that one. Mercari and r/manga swap, like, you got to be on top of that now. Reddit's easier because you can set notifications and there's not as many postings. Mercari is just kind of like you log on like once a day and just check it out and hope you get lucky. There are some other deals that sometimes last a little longer depending on how much you want to pay, but insane deals go pretty fast on there. Kind of similar to eBay. eBay is just kind of this mosh pit of you know, either you get lucky or you don't. But r/manga swap on Reddit is also a really good place. That's where I picked up Zatchbell. Now I did have to get that pretty quickly, but luckily I had 2 people help me out and told me immediately when it was posted. But if you are going to look on there, I would recommend using, you know, if you're serious about it, I recommend turning on notifications. That's what the Prom G does. I don't do that because I don't buy that much on there. I rather just kind of check Facebook and then go on there every once in a while. And then something else you can do, you know, when I went back to the location, you can, you know, I changed my location to New York. You can move that around and you might be disappointed or you might not. Now why I say that is because some people are willing to ship, but some people aren't willing to ship. And especially if it's a large manga bundle, people don't want to ship that. Even if you offer to pay for shipping, they just don't want to go through that. They don't have to go through finding a box and packaging it all up and all that stuff. So they do local only. So if you know someone in another state who might be able to pick something up for you, I recommend doing that. Or if you're looking for people who are able to ship, that's also something you can do. Now I have made a whole other video about this, but since I have had these huge hauls, I think I'm a little more credible talking about, you know, how I get these. So this was more Facebook driven, but you know, if you want some other deals, those are some other places you can check out. And of course, for the most part, this is used manga. I mean, condition wise, it's really good for the most part. At least mine have been. But yeah, my tips are to, you know, obviously you gotta be lucky. I'm not saying this is skill based, but if I wasn't looking at these places at this time and just checking it repeatedly, I wouldn't have gotten these, luck or not. But, you know, in terms of what you can do is just stay active and just check out Facebook. You know, if you don't have a Facebook, create a Facebook. And just check these, you know, check the marketplace every day, or you know, every 2 days, every 3 days, every week if you wanted to, you know. But you know, I wouldn't check it more than once a day, and I wouldn't obsess over it. You know, most of these, like the last one I got, I wasn't even thinking about manga. I was searching for bookcases, and Facebook just recommended the post to me, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy, and I ended up just going and picking up that. I hope this video helped you out. I know a lot of people have said that they have actually found really good deals on Facebook. Now, don't get discouraged if there's no good deals out right now, because honestly, in my opinion, if you're in the States, something will eventually pop up. I don't know how good it's going to be for you, but something's going to pop up. So that's been it for this video, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.